Alright, good people, how have you been? Thank you for constantly watching. We don't take that for granted. Welcome back to another episode of Safe Space. And I think you'll love today's topic, or I think we've had a series of topics that are really, hard to chew on, but I hope you learned something. So, guys, I want to ask, how far is too far when it comes to love? In a good way or the bad way?
Everywhere. Like, what's the extremity? Like, how far is too far? When do you know that, okay, I need to stop, I need to catch my breath, or I need to move, accelerate? How far is too far?
I think I'm gonna go fast. I think when it's constantly breaking you, when it's constantly hurting you, and this other person is not willing to do things better, even if you complain, even if you sit them down and talk and tell them you're doing this and that and it hurts me, but then the same person will apologize today, but then after 2, 3, 4 weeks they're still doing the same things. I think that is the point where you talk to yourself and say, I think I've had enough. I should probably move on, get to the next relationship as fast as possible.
Sorry, I see you laughing. How far is too far?
I think it depends on a person's limits. We all perceive things differently, so the far can be different. But for me, I think my perspective, if I start going to Google someone's character, someone's behavior, that's too far for me.
What do you mean?
I will Google.
Who are you Googling?
I will Google someone's character. What? Yes, I'll go to Google and type in when someone does this.
Oh my god!
You guys may think it's petty, but
You're
it
such
is
a lover girl. How do you even
how
have the time
I do.
to Google?
Yes, I'll actually go to Google and type in someone's behavior. If a person constantly does this, so there is a thing called Quora.com. Quora.com always has responses. It usually has people's experiences. Even one word. Then it also has people's different stories. So usually when you put in your part, and the way I type, it's funny, I'll actually put in what exactly the person has done. So I'll be like, if someone constantly doesn't communicate, even when I complain and tell them to do this and this and this and this, and then Google will bring you options. So you'll find people somewhere explaining. So for me, every time, I actually always check myself. The moment I pick my phone and I Google a character, I Google someone's something. Now me, that's when I know it is too far, because I know Google is very bad. It gives bad ideas, though it also gives good ideas. So me,
Just have insights.
yes, it gives you an
exactly.
insight. Exactly. So if that means by the time I am consulting Google, I have talked to you, and maybe I have talked to someone and I have consulted. If why does this person constantly do this? Why is this person like this? And usually
Means you're puzzled.
yeah, I'm like, if someone can't solve it, if I can't solve it, if I have constantly talked about this
So
and it's
that's when
still
now you're
happening,
calling that card.
now I am calling in the gods of knowledge and asking, and then I'm reading
Wow,
different
I love that.
and then people have different stories. That page usually comes with people's stories and how they dealt, and I am looking at how people dealt. So for me personally, if I start to Google someone's behavior or character,
Then that's it.
that's it. And also I've come to realize other people, not speaking for myself, but if you find yourself checking your person's phone, that's a private asset. That's
I hear
someone's
you.
property.
If you feel the need.
If you feel the need
And
to
it's
go
not
to
habitual. It's not, that people are habitual for
no,
trackers.
exactly. And
But
I
the
think
moment
you find yourself checking, or in the moment you
just
find
by
yourself
wanting to
check, the moment you find
Just know.
yourself thinking, I should actually call at their workplace and see. Okay, there are those
probably
small
surprise
tiny
them.
things that are out of the world that you do. The moment you find yourself doing the rare thing to find out what someone is doing or what they're up to, if you are doing those out of the world things without actually interfacing and asking Rose, are you cheating? Rose, are you seeing someone? And you find yourself, he moves out and then you hire someone to follow him, or you
That's
follow.
already too much. And now for
You
me,
get? I think that's
I
when
think
you.
it's like two things that stand out for me. The first thing is if being in a relationship with this person magnifies my weaknesses. By magnifying my weaknesses, I mean I'm even starting to have low self-esteem to that extent. Like, if all human beings have weaknesses and strengths, you have to accept. So even if you're dating someone, they are not perfect. There are places in which I am weak. But if we're in this relationship and you're a constant reminder of how much I have failed at cooking,
Yeah.
of how much I have failed at being a mother, of how much I have failed at this or that, or how I'm not good at this, and that is what this relationship is giving me. I think that's a checkout pattern for me, because you need someone who amplifies your positive stuff, or a relationship, or a situation. Because sometimes
The balances
in
you.
as much as people can do things that may make you feel a certain way, there are people who are not intentionally doing that. But then there is someone who is intentionally poking you.
Yeah,
And
they
maybe
want to
they're
constantly push you
narcissists.
down.
They are, yeah, and it makes them feel
Better.
good when you're at a
When
particular level, or you're having low self-esteem. You even start withdrawing from the things you used to love. You start withdrawing from your friendships because they're constantly reminding, constantly comparing you to your friends, to your sisters,
Oh,
to
that's
every random person that they meet. Constantly, even girls do this to their boyfriends. Like, you know, my friend's boyfriends do this, blah 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 blah.
Sometimes
my
it's
ex used to do
but
every
sometimes
city.
it's just a topic. I also want us to.
Whatever you do in life, you never compare.
No,
the
it's
other person to
non-comparison,
the other
but I want us to let's look at it in a different perspective. When you bring that, I think we may look at it in a different way. What if I woke up and we're talking about something? I'm like, by the way, you know, Rosie's guy did this and this for her, and I think it could work. I think it is okay.
There is a better way to bring up things you love without making the person.
Well, for my past
compare to the
relationships,
other
I am
person.
sorry because.
And I think for me now, the second thing, and this is like the big banger. This one time I was listening to someone. So this very good man of God said, when you're in a marriage, you rub off each other, positively or negatively, whatever the case may be. And he was like, your partner has the power to make you someone that you were not in the first place. You may have been a very calm woman.
Remember how you made a man buy a car?
And your partner makes you quarrelsome because they are constantly nagging.
Yeah.
You may have been a kind of a man who probably loves quiet stuff. Because your partner is outgoing, you find yourself going out
More often
than usual. So sometimes it may not even be you, but if the person you're with, okay, in that moment, or if the person you're with is rubbing off wrongly on you, because every time you wear skin that's not yours, there is that exhaustion you feel and uncomfortability that comes with it. Because this is not you. I've ever been in a situation where you're like, this is not me.
Yeah.
I don't do this. I don't do this, and you're pushing me to constantly do this. I don't do this. So for me, I think if you find yourself in a position where your values
are being tested,
your principles are being bent,
trashed,
or not even respected, or if you find yourself adopting
things you wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
Things you wouldn't do normally.
Yeah,
things
and now
that are not you've now become very quarrelsome. It already takes away your peace of mind. I think for me that's too far.
Actually, when you're saying that, I think if you find yourself in a space where you are, when your partner shows up, you just get angry. If you find yourself in a space where you're constantly exhausted with their presence, if you find like everything they do is just pissing you off, even when they do the right thing, it just
doesn't
rubs
seem
off
right.
badly.
It seems wrong.
No,
Oh my
It's not
God.
even so far.
just walk away because you're about to kill a person. You're about to go to prison for murder.
And if you find yourself in a place where you constantly have to prove yourself, there is this guy
You guys
I read about. He's like, I married my wife 5 years ago, but I kid you not, I feel like our relationship has never moved from courtship.
You have actually
Like I
reminded
am
me.
constantly
What?
chasing my wife. You get?
There is a book, I can't find it on my phone. This woman, it's a book, my friend Ola sent it to me and actually told me to read it. I haven't had, like, every time she constantly reminds me, have you read the book? To be honest, I tell her I haven't read because I tell her I'm busy and all that, but I haven't really gotten the strength to open it. Because she gave me a few insights in the book. The woman knew the moment she wedded this guy, right there, right then, she knew she was never supposed to marry the guy. 6 months into marriage,
What?
and you're like, this is not the guy. And then you give birth to like 6 children or four. You spend like 4 or like 10 years or 6 years in marriage. I think when we're gonna break, I'll get my other phone. That's why the book, and I get you the title and the thing. Like, I did not. I just need to read it, and maybe I can be able to share the details about it. But it was 6 months after the wedding that she realized I should have never married this man. And me, I think for her, it could have been the red flags. You guys, men, communicate. Men are very honest. Men actually
I'm
tell
more
us from
honest
the
than women.
yes, they actually tell us from the word go. We just don't listen. They tell us of the things they want, the things they don't want, the things they are going to compromise, the things they will do and they want to do. We don't listen because you constantly think, I am going to change him.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and then
Just,
guys,
it was just conversation.
and you think it was just he just said it. But you guys, they don't just say things. They mean what they say. So I think when you constantly talk to people, even as women, sometimes we communicate. So I think the things you should be able to tell, like how Rose told us in the other show that we had about breakups. We were talking about breakups. She mentioned something, now it has even just run out of my head. But the point is, people communicate. You just have to listen. If a guy says, I do, she talked about something about religion.
They may
The
not
guy said,
communicate
yeah,
verbally,
but he said it.
sometimes they
Thank
also
you.
do
And
certain
let's hold
things.
the thought right there. We are going to take a very extremely short commercial break and we'll be back. Alrighty, thank you and welcome back from that commercial break. So like I was saying, when this guy phoned Gloria, getting the book,
Yeah, I have
Okay,
actually
just
gotten
wait a
it.
minute. So when this guy was saying he's constantly chasing the wife, they have not gotten to the point where they are now in love or you're living together harmoniously, you're now my wife. There is that emotional security I have that you're my wife, you're with me. But he finds himself in a place where he's constantly balinganga yakamulaba. She never settles to love him back. He has to work
For it.
for it. And you know
my
that stages in a relationship. If a guy is really chasing you and you know you're still being toasted, you want to feel his temperament.
I know, then
and
there's
you're
that stage where you reach and
yes, and it's now mutual. We've agreed, we are in love, we are taking care of each other, we're even having kids with each other, but you constantly find yourself asking for this person's love. Like it does it,
Why are you begging for the bare minimum? It's just
yeah.
it's
So
just
that's
not
what he
doesn't
was
do it.
saying. So the book
Oh, the book is called Yet You Married Him. It's by a South African lady. It's Findile Yende. So an epilogue. An epilogue. They describe a few contents of the book. They write so many words. This one is so brief. The signs are always there. That's all she wrote as an epilogue. The signs are always there, and put how many exclamation marks? 2. It's called Yet You Married Him by Findile Yende. Yet you married him, the signs are always there. So I think the signs are always there, and I hope I can get the strength. This book, and I read it, and then one day I can.
maybe one day we'll talk
And
about that book in the next episode.
Yes.
Share all
You should
research.
share.
Yet you
Book club.
married him.
Yet you married him, and the signs are always there.
Thing. Yeah. By the way, the signs are always there. And I even just diverting a little bit from our topic. When you say the signs are always there, there is something you hinted on of guys always communicate and also women always communicate. I think now I've learned, like I said, to take people as they are with what they do,
What they show you,
what they show me,
that's who
what
they
they
are.
That's
say.
exactly who
assume
they are.
I'm not going to
And that's
assume
exactly how
anything.
they feel about you.
Yeah, and that's how they
If
treat
somebody
you.
is not prioritizing you, just know.
That's who they are. So for me, the other thing would have been, I have this very bad habit. Not like a bad habit, but it's more of something I do.
Hmm.
When someone hurts me, or when I love you, even just a friend, even a sibling, even a parent, if I love you, because you can have a sibling you don't love, or you don't even have any emotion with, you don't share.
Yeah, true.
Say, no. You just don't have any emotion attached to this blood relationship. But if I love you and you hurt me, the truth is you cannot just let go easy.
No,
You don't just wake up and say,
I'm
done
done.
with this person.
True.
There is a whole series of you constantly detaching yourself from the strings you two had.
And usually it comes when they constantly hurt you.
Yeah. So when someone hurts me the first time and it becomes habitual, I would want you to continuously do your nonsense,
So when you walk away,
so that not even when I walk away, I want you to do a lot of stuff so that you get to a point in your life. If it has been a relationship, like a love relationship, when we get to that point where you now see me, because now I get to a point where first I tolerate you, I hurt, I heal, and then I get over you in my heart, and I just start watching you. When I move on,
there's no looking back.
not even looking back, I don't want you to ever say you didn't have a chance to do right.
Oh.
But did you tell the person to do right?
I'm not going to tell you
Sometimes actually people may
No,
not know that they are
sometimes
hurting
speak
you.
up, Gloria, but someone continuously
And does the
makes
same
it
thing.
a habit to do the same thing.
Okay.
For example, I've made it so clear to you, and I always tell my friends and people I meet, love the person the way they want to be loved, not the way you think
They should be
They should be
loved.
loved. Oh,
Because for you may think, I'm going to start carrying gifts to Rosemary, oh my gosh, she'll feel loved. Nah, fam,
No, what do you want?
quality time.
okay.
Yeah, you will carry everything you think. I'll look at it, I'm like, you've seen me receive gifts, Gloria. And I'll look at them,
I
I'm
thank God
like,
for the chocolates.
this is great, this is interesting, but for me, it's when someone sits down with me and we have a conversation.
That's it.
It's when it's like, you know what, let's cook together. Or let's go do this together. Let's go to the gym together. That time will mean so much to me.
Then your gift.
The bouquet of flowers.
Yeah, the bouquet of flowers, or even, let me say, a Benz, or it's a year end. Yeah,
Honey.
it will mean much more.
Ah.
It will mean much more. Why? Because there is a space I'll get at when I can get it. So it won't make sense.
I have no words. Yeah.
No, okay, for me, honestly, it won't make
Yeah,
sense.
we hear you. We hear you.
Then I can.
Allow me be in my being.
But you know, you are very right, Rose. I think the one thing that we just don't get, that's why someone will be like, I have done so much for Gloria, she does not appreciate. And I always, there is actually a person who said it to me, and I actually texted back but later deleted the stuff. I didn't see a reason to explain, but I think this is where we go wrong. I always tell people that I affiliate all love languages. By default, we all do, but there is that one love language that is just it's just the niche for you. And if someone doesn't do it, they'll buy the Benz. They'll do the what? If it's the words of affirmation they want, that person will never feel your love. You will buy gifts. You will do what, and you will hug them. You will give them quality time. If it is all she needs is Kathy, you're a very beautiful person, you're strong, you're amazing, I appreciate. If you never said that, they will never acknowledge your love.
I was reading by Kathleen Bozeman, or something. I don't know Kathleen Bozeman. I don't know how to pronounce the name of that babe. And in that book, there was this babe, and she was talking about the 5 love languages, but expressing them in a series of love stories of different people. So there was this very short story of, let me say me and you, Gloria, are tied friends. My love language is words of affirmation, like you say, and your love language is quality time. So I have this my
Use gifts.
boyfriend.
Use gifts.
Use gifts. Okay, so I have this my boyfriend. We are friends now. We are a circle of friends. We even do double dates, blah blah blah. But my man never gives me words of affirmation. But when we are on these double dates or triple dates, he will compliment the other people's love. Have you gotten a point? Like,
I don't want to get it. I don't even want to get it.
constantly
Kind of
confused
nonsense is that?
He would buy me gifts, which is your love language, and then when he meets you, he's like, "Oh my God, you changed your hair,"
I like it.
and
I also think people project their love languages on other people. So when I meet a person and they are my friends, I always take it out on myself before I get to know their love language. I always buy them little things. Actually, for me, when I do it, I'm communicating. I am booking you. You get? I am booking you like, Rose, if I am buying you this is me saying.
so
I love the little
I
things.
like-
we all agree that before we say this is too far, maybe we should have conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very important because, like you said, how will the other person know that you don't like this if you have not told them? Men are very slow. Men are very slow. They are not wired like women. You see, women overthink
I don't think
things.
so.
No, women overthink things. And I will say one little mini statement. As a woman, you will derive 10 pages. And I will say the same thing to a man, and he will take it the way I have said it. If I woke up and I said, Rose is a very corny person. Do you know how many things that go through your mind? You think she's a cheat. You think she steals men. You get, like, you think she's manipulative. Exactly. But if you tell a man, Rose is a corny person, he'll be like, I think that means she's a joker. That's how she is. Like, he takes it the way you have said it. Plain as plain.
Because we don't even see the books.
No.
You don't
Actually,
even outside.
straight away. That's why it is easy for me to have a conversation with Rose and I can tell she's a bad person. And I'll actually walk to my husband and I tell her, that girl is not good people. And your husband is looking at you. You just talked to her once. You've met her once. You just talked to her. How do you assume she's bad? But because for us, we do not look at the face and we do not really listen to the one statement. You listen to them intently. You actually actualize their intentions. Like, you go way back. And that's a skill that men don't have. You get, that's why they always say women have a sixth sense and the men don't have. So I think it's very important when you are communicating with your partners. If it is a man,
Please.
you have to talk to your man.
So you guys, as we are
Give him all the
I want you
details.
guys come here and you tell me what you think. So there is this thing that usually happens with couples. I'm sure you also experience.
Are you trying to say we are couples?
There is a girl who is flirting with your boyfriend. Yeah? But your boyfriend seems not to understand that he's being
They are flirting with you.
they're flirting with.
They're pushing the
They're
button.
pushing a button. Or as a guy, he tells you, by the way, that's your friend. If he likes you, and then you keep on ignoring it. So someone asked me a question. In that sense, what would you do? We have 1 minute. What would you do? Like, you've constantly told your man, that girl is flirting with you. That girl likes you, and he's like, no. You know, she's great.
Me, I always tell people, sometimes it's not even about the girl, it's the man. You get? Okay, in that instance, can your man control himself? Because many girls are going to hit on him where you're not. People are going to flirt around him. Some he'll be able to see, some he'll not see.
So for your question is, can he control himself?
Can he control himself? Can he keep
you're
it
not
together?
bothered whether he takes it or not, is the fact that he can't control himself.
He has to control. If he can't, because at the end of the day, we like the attention by default. I'll also be working somewhere and other guys will hit on me, they will like with me, they will flirt on me. It's up to me as Gloria to say, let me see where this goes. let me entertain it. You get? Or no, I'm a married man, or I am committed to someone. I can't push it. I'll not entertain it. I'll not let them cross a line.
Okay.
So
I feel you, Gloria. Happy?
me as Kathy. Just me thinking about some girl flirting with my man. I literally want to poke her eyes out. Even if we're out somewhere and some girl is just looking at him in a funny way, I'd be like, bitch, he's my man.
And with that, this episode comes to an end. We are always out of time, but wait, you have the comment section to keep the conversations going. Lest we forget, join us always at Namaste Restaurant for the best food experience and the best cocktails. Yep. See you guys next time.